enjoy.
Beautiful people, how are you doing today? I pray this week is going to be a lovely one for you. And yes, happy new month. Oh my god, I've not released any episode of Communication 101 this month, so forgive me, please. Forgive me. Let's just say I've been up to so much lately and time. And forgive me for not keeping to my words, which is saying I was going to release every episode, an episode every Tuesday. Please, pardon me. Oh my god, I'll just try to release this on any Tuesday that you see it, okay? Just understand that the whole idea of this Communication 101 series is not all about getting so much fame or whatever. It's all about just helping people dealing with any topic and communication that they are possibly having difficult. So today I want to talk about feeling unlistened, battling with that feeling as if you're not being heard or you're not being listened to, and why that happens. So I'll just summarize some articles I read. I was unable to jot them, but when I was reading them I could so relate, and that was why I even came up with this particular episode under that topic. So the thing here with listening, with feeling unlistened, is why do you even feel unlistened in the first place? Why do we feel unlistened when we are having a conversation or when we're talking, either maybe in an interview or with a group of people or with family and friends, in a relationship, whatever the situation, whatever the scenario? Why do we feel like we are not being listened? Why does the unlistening even happen in the first place? Okay, now, people feel unlistened for so many reasons. Maybe they are talking and then they have to keep on repeating one thing, and then the other party keeps on countering, and then you now see the whole scenario being played out as then the person will now say, "You're not listening to me," and things like that. Why does that happen? People feel unlistened maybe because there is I feel unlistening happens because we are unable to express ourselves. Either because we are unable to express ourselves, or because the other party is not willing to get your own point understood. Rather, they are trying to pass a point. When two people are trying to pass points at the same time, there is bound to be unlistening. There's bound to be unlistening because all you have is a speaker, and then no listener. So how do you make sure that people listen to you? When you're talking, have you ever analyzed your pace? How fast or how slow you talk? Do you know if you are a fast talker or a slow talker? Well, this actually counts a lot. There are so many times where people just ghost out in a conversation because the person that they are conversing with is either a slow talker or a fast talker. A slow talker here will be somebody who, maybe the other party in the conversation is somebody with a medium pace or a fast pace, and here he is talking to somebody who otherwise says one word at a time. The other person will feel like, oh my god, you're wasting my time, and the person will just ghost out. So many words will just start coming in the person's head, and that's how you just lose out in the conversation. You just lose that person in the conversation entirely. It happens naturally. Not with the person might not have an intention of not wanting to listen to you. It's just because your pace is quite slow, and the person gets frustrated and trying to, he feels like that's something you can say in 1 second, and then you're taking 5 seconds to say it. Okay. Then also the same thing happens if you are a fast talker. A fast talker now, I think I have that tendency. I have that trait of talking fast. Mainly because I stutter a little. Yes, I'm a stutterer. I stutter maybe when I have something so urgent I need to talk about, or when I'm upset, I stutter a lot. So most people who stutter are actually fast. They have a fast-paced voice, or they talk very fastly. How do you manage that? I think there is more of a need to manage how you talk as a stutterer as a fast talker than somebody who talks slowly, because you just see that you have said 1,000 things in a space of seconds and the person is not able to grab even one thing. There is no communication there. Definitely no communication has taken place. So how do you manage your fast talking? Okay, I think the first thing is to breathe. And how do you even know that somebody is not listening to you when you're a fast talker? I can tell because I will just see the person. Most of the time, it's funny, but most of the time I see that people will just open their eyes and be nodding real quick. And I might have like, oh, okay, Hafsat, calm down. It's not a race or anything. So I'll just take a long breath and I'll take a chill pill. And I'll say, okay. Then I'll ask them, okay, would you like me to come again? And they're like, yeah. Then I now try to listen to what they have to say. And then it will now make me have an idea of where to go back on and talk all over again. So if you really want to have an engagement in a conversation, you have to note these things. Sometimes people don't listen to you, maybe because you keep on repeating the same thing over and over again. And what goes on in their head is, I have heard this before. And sometimes people just don't listen out of their own stubbornness. They just want to pass their point and get over with it. Yeah? But then what do we do? What do we do in that case where we're in a conversation with somebody who otherwise just wants to pass their point? I say keep quiet and let them pass their point. In most cases, when they actually even pass their point, you realize that maybe you were the one misunderstanding them in the first place, and there'll be no need to even say that thing that was on your mind. Okay? There'll be no need for you to even say that thing that was on your mind. So, yes, if you're in a conversation with somebody who you feel is not listening to you, maybe you have actually talked so much and you've not let them say anything as well. So, try to listen to them, and if you listen to them for quite a lengthy time and you realize they are the one not getting you, then how you make them realize that you have heard them and you want to be heard is you can just break their conversation by saying, okay, I hear you, I get you. If I get you correctly, you are saying this black is black because of the what, right? Make sure you end that sentence with a question so that they will affirm or decline. If they decline, then it means you didn't get them. Then you ask them to please explain better in a way you'll understand. When they explain and you realize that you get what they are saying and you still do not agree, then you now say, okay, yes, I understand this is what you're saying. So now, this is the reason why I am saying this, and this is the reason why I don't agree with that. It can lead to an argument, or it can lead to both of you understanding each other's points. But in most cases, try as much as possible to avoid a conversation getting into a heated argument, because when things get hot, it's very, very difficult to get things to cool off. I don't know if you have your way around the kitchen. It is easier to get something hot than to get it cold. When you bring down a hot boiling water from the fridge, you can't put it in the fridge immediately to get it cold. And even when you put it in the fridge immediately, it will not get cold immediately. Do you understand? But it's quite easy to get a very, very cold, icy water down to room temperature, or even hot. Just put it on the fire and in seconds it's getting hot already. You understand? So try as much as possible to not let conversations get into heated arguments or heated conversations, because there is most likely a high chance that both of you would just have so much misunderstanding and nobody is being listened to or heard. Yes, and that is that. So if you feel unlistened to in conversations, chances are you are the one who is not doing the listening. So instead of just yelling, you are not listening to me, that would just tense things up. Instead of yelling, you're not listening to me, calm down, have a deep breath, and call the other person's attention. Tell them, if I am getting you straight, are you saying this, that? that will make them not to talk and maybe summarize all they have said into something you can quickly pick and analyze. And once that is done, when you analyze, it will now make it's just like summarizing a big book and reaching a conclusion. Okay, so that is that. Another reason why people feel unlistened to is maybe because they are in a conversation with people that they cannot otherwise express themselves completely. Say, for example, you are in a conversation with a very, very disciplined, uptight mother. Okay, and your mother already is somebody who feels she knows you more than you know yourself. So when you are now in that kind of a situation with a difficult mother or a very stern mother who otherwise feels that before you even say what is on your mind, she already knows it. So there's no need for you to explain anything to her. That is a genuine situation. How do you go about that kind of situation? It could be somebody else and not a mother. It could be with a boss. Okay, your boss is misinterpreting something and there's a need for you to make him understand that what he's misinterpreting is totally wrong and this is the right thing. But how, and maybe you have tried to explain, but he does not get it. How do you get out of that kind of sticky situation, that kind of complicated situation? Now, there are different kinds of bosses. There are bosses who are so easy and would actually keep quiet and listen to you. But there are some that once they have concluded on something and you try to correct them, chances are you're going to get fired immediately. And then with a difficult parent, chances are you're going to get a slapping. You're going to be slapped or hit, or they might even disown you. Who are you to correct me? I'm your mother. I know you, all that kind of stuff. So how do you get out? How do you solve that kind of situation and make sure that your point is heard and you're being listened to? Okay, if your goal is actually to be listened to, I'll advise you. If your goal actually is to be listened to, then you'll agree with me that it must not be at that particular point or at that day completely. You can write. You can just hear them and agree with everything they have to say, and then send a text message after that particular conversation, or write a letter, okay, and send it to them. Or, I hope you get the point. It must not be at that particular point where you know that they are not listening to you and they're in total disagreement with you. It can be later on via a text message or a letter. You just drop it off and you say, okay, so I'm sorry for bringing this up again, but I'm bringing it up because I realized so and so. I realized when we were talking the other day, you kept mentioning so and so, and it is not really such. And this is the reason why I'm bringing it up again. I want you to understand that this is actually what happened and not what you said initially. And chances are it might just make things better for you. Okay? That is it. There are so many reasons why people feel unlistened. Sometimes it could be inferiority complex. Maybe you're in that conversation with somebody who you feel is a master in the field of communication, and you know little about that particular topic that you're addressing. Maybe you're having a particular conversation or discussion with a medical doctor. Okay, a medical doctor, and then the topic at hand is quite in a medical line, and the doctor is tabling all the theories and everything about that particular case. But you, on the other hand, actually maybe have an experience with that particular ailment, and the doctor is telling you some stuff about maybe symptoms, okay, that most patients encounter, and you are telling them that, well, yes, but I'm just trying to cook up a scenario or a story. But you get the drift, yeah? You get the gist. So in most cases, you would not want to really argue with the doctor because you feel that doctor knows everything about medicine. So you might feel unlistened because the doctor will be like, what are you saying? I know what I'm saying, So those are other reasons why people feel unlistened. And our advice in such a case, maybe you should just keep quiet and listen to your doctor, because last, he'll still be the one to treat you. So this is bye for now. Let me know what are your thoughts. Why do you think people don't feel listened to? And what can you do to feel listened? Stay blessed and have a blessed week. Have a great day. Bye.